Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Gelderland. I'll leave you there for a second. And next I want to go over to... I just want to see what the chickens are doing. We've got to also make sure that the cows have got... Well, we can see how the cows are doing. We can go and check on those in a minute. The chickens over here. See the eggs they're producing. We're down to 250,000 litres of food in here. I've got 26,000 animals. They're reproducing at an alarming rate. They're going to take over the world soon. It is genuinely getting to be to the point where it's alarming. I'm concerned about that, because the longer I leave it, the more chickens I'm going to have to sell. And I am planning to sell them all. Right, in here I've got... I haven't got any straw, but I've got food. Yeah, okay, everything. And we got 100,000 litres of slurry in there with nothing else to... I need another slurry store. Liquid manure extension tank, small. 500,000. But it cost me 65. I don't have 65 grand. Do you think I'm made of money? I'm a farmer. I started out with millions. Therefore, I've got nothing. That's how it works. Right, under silos, I've got a 5,000 euro slurry pit. And slurry extensions are different. So I'm not sure. I think that this works as a separate thing to the slurry that we've got at the moment. You know, I don't even know where my slurry is. It says that I've got 100,000 litres. Is it over this side? There's my slurry. That's the slurry. That's the slurry in there, that one. I think it's being a bit weird. Right. That's the slurry in there. So if I put this one down, it's a separate pit with a separate loading point by the look of it. Silo extension, on the other hand, if I put that one down, it doesn't actually have an additional bit. You just plonk it down and it extends. That one's 100,000 additional. And then we've also got the other one, that's milk extension right there. So it gives me another 55,000 litres for milk. So these just extend your storage that you've got at the moment. That one's 5 million, that is, but it's 150,000, which we don't have. There's a similar theme coming up here for just about everything. We don't have... There, it's that one. 65,000. I could put that one down. It's just an extension on the existing tank. So we've still got to get into here in order to be able to load and unload. But that would give me an extra 500,000 in storage space, if that's what I want. So we'll do something with that later. Can't do it at the moment. The chickens, however, I think the time has come to sell the chickens. I want to get rid of these because... This is the reason. I'll show you. Okay, if you go into chickens... If I double-click on that, the most I can sell in one go is 60 chickens. I cannot sell more than that. And I've got 26,200 of them in here, which is absolutely insane. I think I can't sell... Like, I'm tempted to just, like, go into here, construction, go to demolish and sell that. There are animals, please sell them first. So I have got to either just delete them from the game through the game files... Or I've got to sit here and sell 26,000 chickens. I don't know how quickly I can do this. So, at the moment it defaults to select onto that one. But if I can get it to default to select onto that one, I can do it like this. Select. Right, okay, it defaults on the sell side. When you're buying them, it's a little bit more of a pain, because it doesn't default on the sell side. This, however, it does, so I can just press the buttons on my keyboard. Yes, I did actually do it. I sold them all in-game, purely because I wanted to see how much money I would get from it. I probably should have slowed time down a little bit, so we'll do that now. We'll go to 2 times. So I've sold every single one of them. And I now have 374,000 euros to my name. That was a lot of chicken money. Unfortunately, I do have the money that is tied up in the grain in there, which is 250,000 litres. But that's not actually all that much, and I'll just buy some more. So that I can sacrifice that. So 16,000 there. Sell that, yes, for 16,000. Done. Gone. Right, okay. And the pallets of eggs are still there. So that bit's going to be fine. We're probably going to be spammed with this now for the duration of the rest of this episode. That ramp right there is actually going to be in the way for what I wanted to do with the chickens. One thing I did forget to do was actually, like, I had the pallet marker out there on the one that I've got at the moment. Animals, chickens. Right. Small chicken coop. That's the one that I had. And I have a different chicken coop. Silo storage and distribution mod. Oh, no, I don't want that. Right. Open chicken coop. This is the one right here. As you can see, it takes 60,000 chickens. Exactly the same as previous. The only difference being is that this one now will actually spawn more pallets, and it's more convenient. So I'd like to have this one. The only thing is I'm not entirely sure where the back of the pallet goes, because I forgot to adjust the pallet marker. That's the only issue, is I forgot to adjust that one. So I was actually thinking of, like, putting them here and have a line of them down through. So I'm going to do that at the moment, but what that does mean is that this one is going to potentially have a... We'll just have to move the eggs out of the way. That's all we will do. We'll move the eggs out of the way. But if I put this one here, it's then going to be nice and easy to access to put the stuff into. So I'm just going to drop that one down there like that, and then if we go into the landscaping and we go to the painting and we go back to that bit right there, and I do that, I will put this back to how it was. The rest of it can be done as mud, and I'll leave mud on the corner there because I think that's going to look all right. We can do that. Okay, so I've got that bit. We've got a few pallets over here with many, many, many thousands of eggs, and they can just wait there until we go and pick them up. But what I need to do now is actually go and buy a few more chickens. I am not buying 26,000 chickens. It's going to take way too long. But if I get a few thousand in here just to start us off, then the numbers will start to increase after that as we get more in here. Pretty much like the other ones were. So I want to go in here and I want to buy adult chickens. So I'm going to go there. Now, the problem with doing this way is you can't just monotonously tap the buttons like I was for my other lot. I can, if I press this select, it automatically selects that side. So what I've actually got to do is I've got to click on there, and then I can select it, and then I can buy it, and then I can do that. But yeah, it basically takes longer. And there we go. So I bought 3,000 chickens, and I'll just let these kind of start building up. We also need to buy a rooster. We'll just, I had 2 in the last lot. Let's get 2 here as well. There. So then they can have like a bros night out if they want to, instead of just one poor chap on his own. So we have 3,002 chickens. Those chickens will now reproduce once they get some food into them. At the moment, they have no food. And then we will have the pallets being sent off down that way, and that will allow me also to put an extra pen on here if I want to. I probably won't. If we get 60,000 chickens and I decide that I still want to increase the madness with the chickens, then what I will do is I will add, excuse me, start you up, 120,000 litres of barley right here. I will change it up, I think, and just possibly add in another, increase the capacity of the shed that we've got here. So I'll end up just having some more chickens in this one rather than a bigger, another shed or something like that. Right. Why aren't you letting me tip? You tipped where you were fine in... Oh, it's because I wasn't close enough. Right, this one has got a small tipping window, apparently. There we go. We can go and put all that. See, I'm still doing the sold animals up there in the top corner. That might be going for a while. I've also got the bought animal. Well, actually, I don't know if it will come up with bought animals. But we're on 221,000. That's the important thing. We know that we're on 221,000 euros, and that is the... Well, that's pretty much the only thing that really matters right now. I can get hopelessly stuck on there. I want to go and get some more barley up here, which I'll go and get from the silo, so I'll buy that in. The lorry that is over there that is ready and waiting, we'll use that one for doing a harvest rather than doing anything here. So this is the one that we'll use for feeding the chickens. I don't want wheat. It's cheaper to buy barley. Start. Actually, I'm going to do 2 lots, and I just need to see how much one trailer load is. Oh, I just realised it's now spamming us with the buy new livestock. 3,300 a time. I got to wait for that to finish before I can see how much this barley just got. I think I was on 225,000, in which case then it's just over 30 grand for a trailer load of barley, which is not too bad, actually. All things considered, I think 30,000 for one full trailer load of barley is a reasonable price. That's 120,000 litres I'm buying here. And I'm going to reverse it up this way. There we go. That way I'm not going to get stuck on the door. That was my main reason for doing it this way around. So I've now got 240,000 litres of grain in there for the 3,000 chickens that we own at the moment. We can go and get them more a bit later on, but we don't need to worry about it just yet. And as soon as that has... You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to... No, I'm not. I'm not going to worry about fast forwarding it, because the eggs disappear on out the back, and it'll be a little while before they can fill up the area, especially now that we're getting 7,000 litres of eggs per pallet. So we don't need to worry about that. I'm going to just mosey on over here a second. And I want to just see what we get from these. Honey is 2,000 litres a pallet. That's what I said. I called it. Called it correctly as well, I might add. Called that and called it right. Excellent. 28,169 under miscellaneous costs. That is the barley. So it's costing us 28,000 for barley for chicken food. Now, to be able to actually produce all of the barley that we want to produce our own chicken food, that's going to take a while. I'm not going to worry about doing that. I'm going to go instead over this way, and I'm going to get our combine. And we need to go and get started on some harvest. So we've got wheat that we need to harvest in one field. That's the nearer field. And then there's 2 fields of oats that we're going to want to cut. We've got potatoes in the field next to us that will need to be harvested at some point. And then we've also got... Let's just move here out of the way. We've also got sunflowers there beside us. That's going to need to be harvested, so long as we can actually do it. So even though it's not registered on the map, it does appear that we might be able to go and do that. We've got soybeans right there on our right-hand side. That's going to need to be cut. We got a lot of crops here. It's all lined up and pretty much ready for us to do. There's a few signposts in the way here. Fortunately, we have a really good machine, so we can just move the signposts gently out of the way without having to worry about them. I'm gonna leave all of the straw on the ground for, well, at least for the wheat, I think. I tell you what. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just put this one up here, and I'm gonna fold it, and then I'm gonna go to this side of the field right here. I'm not gonna bother going around the edge first. I'm just gonna drop it down there. And I'm going to let it carry on down across the field. I'm not even going to watch it. Going to just let that one carry on. Do what it needs to do. Whatever it feels is the right thing to do, I'm sure it will do it. And then I'm going to go over to this one. So I've got this monstrous great big sunflower planter on the back right now. I'm going to put that one away in the shed. You know what? We need to just clean this thing off. Okay, that actually did the front weight and the thing on the back, the planter on the back, and it didn't clean the tractor itself. I don't know why it chooses to do weird combinations here sometimes, but it does. Just chooses to do weird combinations sometimes. So I'm going to drop you down in here, throw you down there, and unhitch that one. Then I will clean the tractor off. And I want to be able to start picking up some of the straw, and I'm going to want to be able to put it in for the cows. So I'm just going to go there a second, and I'm also going to go He's actually done a really good job of that. I mean, yes, it's gonna end up, I think, being a little bit of a jolly nuisance having it like that. So this end, I think what I'll do instead is I will gather that up myself. Yeah, like that. And I'll do a line along the bottom end of the field here. Like this. Just to tidy it up a little bit. There, like that. And then let's stop you there. He's probably going to drive into the ditch at the top end. Alright, there's no getting away from that. He's probably, almost definitely, certainly, possibly going to drive into the ditch at the top end of the field, which is going to... It's a little bit inconvenient, admittedly, but I reckon we'll probably be alright. So let's just nurse him down here, because there are trees on this side, and I don't want him messing around and doing weird stuff like they do normally. You carry on up through here. Don't do anything weird. If you could just avoid the weirdness, that would be great. So I did say I was just going to let them carry on and not nurse it round once around the outside, but I think nursing it round once around the outside is not necessarily a bad thing. It does help, and to be honest, he didn't really need much in the way of nursing there. He managed to actually cope with that one just fine. That being said, though, I'm going to just do this pass along here. And once I've done this pass along here, like that, reverse back this way as rapidly as I can so that we dump the straw out a little bit. And turn around here, and then we'll set him off. Hired help up and down the field, just here. Right. Go! Hired help, off you go. Fantastic. Right, he is going to go whizzing off down there, and he's just going to finish off that field. In the meantime, we are going to go to you first. Tip out 20,000 litres for those. Turn that one off. And then I want this one. Put you one out of the shed. So I've got a couple of pallets. I've got a couple of fields now to gather up the straw. Easy, tiger. There we go. Right. I'm driving. My driving's fine. Don't worry about that. It's absolutely fine. There's nothing to see here, folks. Just as long as those cars don't get in our way. You know, I should have beacons on, shouldn't I? Right. We're doing absolutely fine here. Nothing to see here. We've got the combine is working in the field. I'm going to need to gather straw. The biggest issue I'm going to have with gathering straw is going to be this oat field off on our left-hand side. That one's going to have quite a bit of straw. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing that more than once. Let's start this up. I do have silage additive in here. It does 37k. I do have a wide pickup on this one, and it does hold 240,000. So we've at least got... Oh. The pickup on this is not as wide as I want. Well, this is no good. This tractor... This machine definitely needs some alterations. I think this might actually be the Stevie one, is it? Let me have a look. Right, that is the one by Stevie, but I'm gonna want to make some alterations to that one to fit what I want, because quite frankly, the width of the pickup is not sufficient, and there's a few other bits. Yeah, that ain't right. 35k is okay. That's fine. That bit I can cope with, but the rest of it, I'm not happy with that. So I'm going to leave that one there, and that's going to be something that we will work on when I come back. So that one is to be tweaked. Just a little tiny bit. It's only going to be only a little bit. There's a couple of little alterations that I want to make to that one. We might end up selling this because I'll rename it to what I want for myself. Speaking of which, did I already do that? I think I might actually use this one. This one here is 200,000 litres. It does only have a working speed of 17 kilometres an hour at the moment, but it is 200,000 litres that it holds, which is slightly less than a Stevie one. However, it's called the TARDIS, and I do like the TARDIS. It's even got the correct colouring. I didn't actually, I looked at it, I didn't really think about it at all, but someone did actually point out, oh, look, it's the Doctor Who, the TARDIS. You should have used that one. And so I was like, yeah, all right. Okay, I'm going to do it. So this time I'm going to use the TARDIS, except that we'll probably give the TARDIS pink wheels. But I still need to make some alterations, because 200,000 I feel is not quite sufficient, and also I want to have a decent pickup width on that one. Quite frankly, the pickup width that we had just there was not sufficient. I'm kind of thinking that I want something that's, well, a little bit wider than what we've got at the moment, just so that I can pick up, like, because, you know, the great big lumps like that, I went over one and there was a little bit that was missing down the side, so I feel that really we need to be able to gather that up as well, otherwise it's just not going to work properly, so we'll get to that. Now, I've got one combine working in the field. Unfortunately, I don't have enough money to buy a second combine at the moment, so we're going to have to just wait before we can get another combine. Is there anything else that I can do in the meantime? Well, I'll tell you what we could do. Is if we take this bad boy, this one holds 480,000 litres of grain. If we take this bad boy off down to elsewhere. Oh, actually, the first thing I want to do is I want to go there, and I want to get... So I've got barley. I don't have any barley, and I don't have any wheat or canola or sorghum, but I do have soybeans. I have 26,000 litres of soybeans in here. What was I going to do with those? I don't even remember now. Got bread in there. We've got cereal. So that's oats. Oh, corn I need to take to 2 cereal factories. And then in here, I've got sunflower, canola, olive, corn. I can make corn oil in here, actually. I can get 200,000 litres. I can get 200,000 litres of soybeans as well. So soybean oil, 2 soybeans to make the oil. And then we'll have olive, soybean oil that we'll be able to sell. Obviously, this is just going to spawn in the normal 1,000-litre things, rather than anything different. That's fine. We don't mind that. Industrial bakery is not ready to do anything. This one here at the moment, we've only made 197 litres of bread right now, so that's going to take a little while before that actually makes anything. So I'll take into here the soybeans, take all of those. And then, after I've taken out the soybeans from here, I will also take the corn out. And I'll put the corn into the... Not the corn oil place. I'll put the corn into the 2 cereal factories. The soybeans, I don't actually have anywhere else to put the soybeans. So, those we can put into the what's-me-call-it place. The beans can go, and we can turn those into oil. I'm not going to worry about having them as pig food at the moment. We'll just turn those into oil, and we'll use them there. I don't know if there's anywhere else that we can go and use them. Maybe a bit later. Have to find out. And 45,000 litres of corn in there. Let's let that one run out. The combine has finished. So, actually, there's nothing else that I want to do with the combine at the moment except get it into the oats. But I need this trailer here to go and unload. Otherwise, I've got to bring the wheat back. So we'll just wait a minute and we'll let this one run out. Load up there. Okay, so we've got the corn loaded in here. I've got soybeans, 26,000. And I got corn, 45,000. I think, though, that both of these are only small quantities that I can put into these 2 factories. This, again, is the issue that I've got in that I need to kind of like be able to get round the side of the factory to do the unloading. So if I go there and... Right, unload here, close cover, tip side front. I don't want the front, I want the back one. Tip side back, start overloading corn. Right there. That's going to dump out whatever it will let me dump out here. How much will it let me put in here? Actually, let's have a look. Cereal factory. I can put 60,000 litres of corn in here. The chocolate one, I'm not going to worry. Yeah, well, actually, the chocolate one doesn't even take corn, so it doesn't matter. This is the one that this is the only one that takes corn. So I can put all of it in here. Not that I've got very much left. I've only got like 2,000 litres left now. Let's tip the rest of it out. There we go. Right, that's that one done. I'm going to want to get some pallets of raisins to go in here. And what else was it that I needed in here? Cereal. I've got the honey in there. The oats is about to be harvested and put in there. I need to get raisins. I've got 45,000 litres of corn, but I don't have anything else at the moment that I can put in there. I need to close cover. No, tip side, front. I need to change it to the front tip side. There, like that. I'm going to put this one over on the oil. Over this way. And that one is going to tip out there. Right. So then I've got another thing that I can go and do in there. So this bakery seems to be a wee bit slow. This is the base game one, though. It does 2,000 cycles a month. I've done 208 so far. I suppose that's not too bad. It's still slow, though, isn't it? It's not just me. That is quite slow, but yeah, I'm testing to see if we get to 5,000 litres. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. It's just something that I think would be nice to get. So this one here, again, is 2,000 cycles a month. So like we're not going to end up with very much. It's going to be like 4,000 litres, which is not even a pallet per month of cereal coming out if we do get the 5,000. So it's not going to change the world for us, is it? Not really. An extended oil plant. Right, at the moment I've got some soybeans in here, so I just want to start that one up. This one does 17,000 cycles a month. That's more like it. So I'm going to activate that bad boy. Right there, and that's going to start producing some soybean oil. That is just going to spawn out. I'm fine with that as well. Barley flour over here. That's busy making me flour, and that's not going to change. Right. Bring you round. Let's head off over to the wheat field. We've done the wheat. The wheat is ready. All I got to do is get the lorry over there, get it unloaded into this one, and then I can start on the oats. So we'll do the big field of oats first, and then we've got the small field there. And actually, that one doesn't have a road next to it either. Where are we? We're in this field? All right, let's go in here. I'll drive in here with the lorry. It's going to be easier for me to deal with. I go in there like that. Stop there. Then I can go to... Where's my combine? There. 55,000 litres of wheat in here. It's not actually very much. Right, well, there's a road that... like, we've got a lane. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.